All right, and give it up for MIPJunior, MIPCom, and everyone who just flipped overnight and worked through the night to bring it here. And to the tech team, a lot of people you don't see in the background who've been doing a lot of incredible work. So round of applause. All right. So MIPJunior has a very special place in my heart. How many of you have been to MIPJunior before? So a lot of people. So it's a place of lots of friendships and relationships and almost like a reunion. And it's great for us to all get together once a year. And at the core of it all, we come together for a love of kids, a love of storytelling, family content, and a belief that maybe, just maybe, we can make the world a little bit better. The first time I came to MIPJunior, I was a brand new dad. And this was 13 years ago. My baby, little Harrison, who's not so little today, was actually just 2 months old. And I came out to buy family content for MGM Kids. And I thought, you know, I'm a dad of a 2-month-old. I know everything that there is to know about kids video. So what could possibly go wrong with that? And back then, YouTube didn't exist. Google was only 2 years old, and a movie took about a day to download, and a tablet, one of these, was what you took when you had a headache. So now, flash forward 13 years later, a little bit more gray, partly because of the 13-year-old up there. Things have completely changed. This is a picture of Harrison and me today. And as you can see, there's no more baby Bjorn, no more diapers, although I actually think I might be wearing the same shirt. So YouTube just celebrated its 10th birthday. Henson is celebrating their 60th birthday. 2-year-olds have tablets, and no one downloads anymore because they can stream. But thankfully, no matter how much things have changed, MIPJunior continues to be a rock for us, a gathering point, and a home to our community. And that's really what I wanted to talk about today, is community. So what has YouTube been up to in the past year? So YouTube is rooted in communities of fans, and this year we focused on our community of families. As you know, in February, we launched the YouTube Kids app in the United States, and we've really been humbled by the engagement and the enthusiasm that we've received. Families have downloaded the YouTube Kids app more than 8 million times, consistently ranked the YouTube Kids app in the top 5 kids app in the App Store, given an overall rating of 4+ stars in Google Play, and according to App Annie, in terms of weekly active users, the YouTube Kids app is the #1 app in the kids category in the App Store. Thank you. So it's not bad for a 7-month-old. Most importantly, the great videos and stories that all of our viewers are engaging with come from many of the great creators and producers and partners in the room today. So let's take a look. See that twice. So when we rolled out YouTube Kids, we did it as a mobile experience because of this reality that we're all familiar with. 75% of kids between birth and the age of 8 have access to a mobile device. And more than half of kids prefer to watch content, videos on a mobile device or a tablet. And it's not just about wanting the passive experience of sitting back and holding up a tablet. For us, we wanted an experience and an app that focused on content discovery that we like to call the 3 E's. 1, entertaining kids with their favorite shows and music. 2, enriching them through videos that inspire learning. And 3, exploring, helping kids discover the world, diving into any topic that interests them. When I first gave my 6-year-old, who's now 7, the app to play around with, first thing he did was go to watch one of his favorite shows, Phineas and Ferb, a clip from Phineas and Ferb. And right after that clip, the app served up a how to draw Phineas and Ferb video. So he ran to get the crayons, I ran to get the paper, and he sketched out a pretty decent drawing of Phineas. But it was great. It was watch time, play time, active time, all together at once. And this is exactly the type of experience we hope for and are seeing families have in YouTube Kids. And even before YouTube Kids rolled out, this is the type of online and offline activity we've seen on YouTube, where viewers not only view, but get inspired to make, to create, to do. And we've seen this across the globe in a dynamic way. If you have videos on YouTube already, and many of you do, you probably see that more than half of your viewership comes from outside of your home country. But what you may not know is that the same can be said for your peers in other countries. That means in just about every part of the world is sharing more outside with the global world than at home. And today, while we're only live in the US right now, we've heard from our users around the world that they would like to see the YouTube Kids app available in their country, and we're working right now to make that happen. We want content partners to be able to expand the community of their fans across the world and in a way that's accessible to everyone. And when you think about it, there's actually already so much that's global about the YouTube Kids app in the US today. Let's take a look at the first panel of the home screen when you open it up. Now I'm going to swipe forward to the next one and swipe forward to the next one. So, don't know if you noticed, but about 65% of the channels that surfaced here were actually not from the United States. They were from around the world and resonate loudly in the US and have a global audience. One of my kids' favorite shows is Tayo from Korea, the animated bus. Great show. And Tayo is not on TV in the US. My kids didn't play a popular Tayo game. My kids discovered it on their own in the YouTube Kids app. And the 1 million plus other kids who've discovered Tayo on YouTube have turned it into a popular brand with a growing business. Or take Masha and the Bear from Russia, awesome show. Through YouTube, they're able to have a global reach, extending their brand to places where there is no TV presence on the property, translating their show across languages and gaining new fans. Their over 5 billion views on YouTube help drive even more broadcast deals and a master toy license agreement with Spin Master. Moving around the globe, there's an incredible amount of content innovation coming out of India. So this year we've seen Choo Choo TV grow to 2.6 billion views, Kids TV from USP Studio grow to 1.1 billion views, and Hoopla Kids get purchased by Broadband TV from Canada and RTL Group from Luxembourg. I call that a global community. And in this community, new creators are finding new off-YouTube opportunities as well. Little Baby Bum from the UK is a great example. They captivated a large audience on YouTube and are turning on a licensing and merchandising opportunity with Surge Licensing and Commonwealth Toy on the strength of their YouTube footprint of almost 5 billion views, lifetime views, making them one of YouTube's largest channels. Along with other successful creators like Galinha Pintadinha from Brazil, who according to Licensing Magazine, drives healthy licensing revenues. These global creators aren't waiting for anyone to say yes to their video distribution. They say yes to themselves. They believe in themselves and they invest in themselves. Look at the tremendous success of Kid President on YouTube, leading to many off-YouTube opportunities for Soul Pancake, including a publishing deal for Kid President's Guide to Being Awesomeness book. And the book even comes with a downloadable manual for teachers to help teachers discover and learn how to use Kid President videos in the classroom. They're making a positive impact and finding success across media and platforms, and YouTube remains their home base. And then in this community, long-established brands are also finding non-traditional opportunities. Earlier this year, Mattel Hit took a big leap on YouTube and YouTube Kids, and for the first time ever, allowed Thomas the Tank Engine to leave the island of Sodor and travel around the world to places like China and Australia and Italy. Mattel was so happy with it, they're extending this innovative spirit to other properties and harnessing that fan love with new YouTube content for other properties like Monster High and Barbie and Hot Wheels and more. Many partners are also using YouTube to deepen their connection with fans. Take Hasbro, for example, who have embraced fan-uploaded content and uses it as a way to support fans and influencers around the world, while at the same time bringing more awareness to popular properties like My Little Pony. And then there are partners who collab with other partners, like Sesame Street, who earlier this year, they launched a new playlist with other preschool channels on YouTube and YouTube Kids, like Mother Goose Club, Super Simple Songs, and Cool School. And there's an entire community of learners and educators growing on the platform who are tackling subjects like math and science in exciting ways that augment the classroom. So one of my sons the other day had to figure out the circumference of a circle. And he comes to Dad because he just assumes I know it. And I once did, but I didn't remember. But I told him what my mom used to tell me back in the day when I went to her with questions: look it up. But today, look it up means look it up on the internet, look it up on Google, look it up on YouTube. So he does just that and then quickly lands on Khan Academy, a great channel on YouTube, and quickly discovers that the formula is 2 pi r. And now I remember as well. So learning on YouTube is also best when it inspires activity off YouTube as well, because it's no surprise that we're usually better off when we can actually apply our learning. So I remember doing that with Mr. Rogers. How many of us love Mr. Rogers? All right, most of us. So he's awesome. And I remember one episode when Mr. Rogers invited you into his world to build his imaginative world as well, with things like train sets and glue and paper. But for some reason, the thing that I still remember today was milk cartons. And milk cartons were the houses. So I begged my mom to empty out the milk in the house and cut out windows and doors and made my own little Mr. Rogers neighborhood. But it was great because I got to explore in that world. I got to enter the world that I loved. Now today, my kids love Stampy Longhead, the character that you see up here, because he invites children into his world, the Minecraft world. And while it may look a little different from Mr. Rogers' neighborhood of my childhood, the two are very similar in that they promote exploration and play. Every single episode of Stampy's new show, Wonder Quest, takes kids on a journey of learning and discovery. And then the best thing about it, each episode actually has a unique world that Stampy builds, and then kids can explore and download it and walk around in that world with their character. The way I begged my mom to give me milk cartons, my son begs me to download the Wonder Quest maps. And to give you a sense, this is actually a video that I posted of my 10-year-old son, Hudson, who downloaded the map walking through his world. So let's take a look.
That's that. And who wants to see how to make that thing in the middle? What's his name? The Wonder Gem. Keeps you wondering. Wondering. Yeah. Okay. Right there. Okay, let's get started. So, it's not going to fall out of the sky. It literally just falls out of the sky.
Oops. All right. So that's like being able to get a behind-the-scenes look of the production set of every episode of a show that you love, or like getting a lot of milk cartons for your mom and building your own world. And in the Minecraft world, Stampy isn't the only one doing this. In Korea, Dottie, another top Minecraft YouTuber, has about 500,000 subscribers, launched a new educational channel called Sandbox Education. And he works closely with educational experts on every episode, and like Stampy, reaches elementary and grade school children in their native digital language, in the language that they speak. So this is actually an example of Dottie from a video about to dive into a replica of a human body that he built. And there are over 700,000 views on this video. So it's very compelling compared to the skeleton that I had in my grade school class. Now, this innovation in learning and teaching doesn't stop with content. Technology helps to create new platforms for creators to tell new and even more immersive and imaginative stories. The video I'm about to show you highlights the way YouTube 360 feature has integrated Google Cardboard to bring to life a learning experience in an exciting way. So let's take a look.
You could pick anywhere in the world that you'd want to go. Where would you want to go?
I would like to go to the moon.
Thailand,
Ancient Greece.
India,
to Nigeria, my homeland.
One or maybe all of the 7 wonders of the world. When you explore different places, you have the chance to actually learn something new.
You want to be able to show the kids that there's something outside of your community that you could go to and learn from, and that there's other places you can visit.
All right, so let's do our objective and we'll talk about the lesson for today.
We're gonna take a field trip to Verona, Italy to see the place where Romeo and Juliet lived.
I'm going to take you on this field trip under the water. Okay, you guys ready? Pick up your devices.
And look in your cardboard.
What is that?
I see a shark.
It allowed us to go somewhere we wouldn't normally be able to go.
Are we in China?
This is the Great Wall of China.
We got to see the place itself so we could actually understand what she was talking about.
How long would it take to walk the length of the Great Wall of China?
So much more enriching than just showing them a picture or just having them read about it.
This device can actually make us go to places that we've never been before.
It brings the lesson to you. You have to see it for yourself to believe it.
There's so much other places to see, so you know that it's never gonna end.
And if you haven't spent time with Cardboard and YouTube 360, definitely have to check it out. And if this is like actually happening now, can you imagine what the future is? And actually don't imagine it, it's really our future to shape together. And these new educational content experiences have been inspiring audiences. And now we also have great personalities doing the same by recommending and inspiring kids with the great videos that they've discovered on the platform. So in YouTube Kids, we recently launched a guest curation program that we're happy to see take off with celebrities and personalities like Gina Davis and Amy Poehler, brands like Nat Geo Kids, and then kids like Kid President, who has a playlist that actually just came out 2 days ago celebrating girls who are changing the world. A community of kids is not only getting inspired by videos, they're creating videos as well. So sister and brother, Miss Katie and Mr. Max from Ukraine, have 2 Russian language channels that their dad uploads and runs, launched less than a year ago, and combined they have about 800,000 subscribers. Or take Brooklyn and Bailey. So these are 2 14-year-old twins, identical twins, who have starred on the YouTube channel Cute Girl Hairstyles, a channel that their mom started. And then over time, the family built the small media empire, amassing over 400 million views. And today, Brooklyn and Bailey actually have their own channel, are popular in their own right, entrepreneurial in their own right, and they've taken something that started off as a hobby and are turning it into something that's a real opportunity for them and a potential career. Through YouTube, they are really extending into the space and doing an amazing job. So we need to keep supporting today's incredible kids communities with innovative technology like 360, imaginative stories that can inspire, enrich, excite, and encourage doers, encourage makers. It can be challenging sometimes to think outside the box, to think about the future of youth media, to be pioneers in this industry, But these are the types of challenges that we all love and that we all embrace. If we're going to teach our kids to explore, to connect, to engage, we have to be doers as well. Right under our noses, right in front of us, our kids are connecting culturally, virtually, musically, and more with each other around the world than most of us who consider ourselves a little worldly do. So my 13-year-old, the same little guy from the beginning, well, when I first came to MIP, along with his two younger brothers, recently negotiated a peace treaty with a teen from London in a virtual video game. And they decided it was better to ally together than to virtually skirmish. It's crazy. And they did all this before dinner. So these are the people who will be negotiating deals at Cannes in 10 years, treaties at the UN in 20, and who knows what else. So we're looking forward to continuing to work with you, partners, potential partners, to build a great and dynamic offering for the future. So let's get excited. Let's continue to innovate and engage with the next generation. Thank you very much.